the comedic stylings of Ricky Martin.
Yeah. Yo, Ricky, go for it, go for it.
My fellow Americans, we must rise, resist, rebuild. Oh wait, I just realized that Joe Biden dropped out his presidency. Yeah, I know. Can you imagine if Joe Biden actually came out here tonight saying that? Yeah, what would Donald Trump say? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am well aware that I'm supposed to be campaigning at the moment, along with having 1,000 court trials. I know that a few months back, I should have been resting my weary ear on Mike Lindell's My Pillow. I know that some of you may have been looking at my ear and thought, he could be a leprechaun. Thanks. But I digress. I just wanted to come out here tonight to the Resistance Cafe to see some live music and stand-up comedy, get a few chuckles. Aha, hee hee, hoo hoo, aha. You know, during the debates, Kamala Harris really bashed the crap out of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did.
She just looked at him and thought, did you fall out of a coconut tree? Trump was still complaining the next day about the Haitians in St. Louis, Missouri. They are eating the dogs. They are eating the cats. You know, after I left the debates that night, a doggy actually bit me on the ass. And I was like, get off my ass, get off my ass, get off my ass. Luckily, I've never been bitten on the ass by a cat. However, I did happen to know of a female stripper who goes by the name of Kitten. And let me tell you something, folks. Kitten was in heat. Wow. 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 I know, folks. Kitten looks like she's surfing. Meow. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we really do have to rise, resist, and rebuild. What we really should have rised up against was on January 6th, during the whole Capitol riots. We could have helped each other out. Canadians were looking at us like, hey, why the long face? Turn that frown upside down. We have to resist our actions when it comes to politics, today's culture, and just life in general. We have to resist our actions when it comes to the airlines. Airline tensions are still going on. People are starting brawls, pulling out a knife, pulling out a gun. Yeah, they are, doing somersaults in the aisle. Even swinging their pocketbooks like it's a Donkey Kong barrel. Pound their chest. When the viewers at home can be watching the news coverage of this thinking, it's like I'm watching Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey's circus. This is the greatest show on earth. Spirit Airlines. If you happen to be a professional singer, you can no longer sing on the plane. Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to stop singing. You are disrupting the other customers. Oh, am I now? Wow, I can sing much worse than this.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, feel free to laugh. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. time. Ma'am, would you like me to push you off the aircraft?
I'm sorry. The crowd.
Thank you, I'm glad you thought it was funny. Boeing Airlines. The passenger doors just completely flew off. What were the passengers supposed to do during that moment? Bungee jump their way off the plane? I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Please don't get shit on. Please don't get shit on. Please don't get shit on.
You need an asthma pump?
Yeah, she needs an asthma pump. Hey man, inhaler.
See, oh yeah.
It's okay.
You are funny.
Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Yeah, it's too bad Joe Biden dropped out of the presidency, but I am so glad that Kamala Harris may be our future president. But I gotta say,
Not maybe.
for a while there, I get sense that Joe Biden's mind really wasn't all that there, whether he was with the Secret Service or his family. Joe Biden would just be looking around, like when a dog notices something. Who's over there, Jojo? What's over there, Jojo? After Joe Biden gave a press conference, he would look back at the press, like when a child is getting ready to get himself into mischief. You know, Joe Biden was on the TikTok bandwagon. A guy asked him, Mr. President, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl this year? The San Francisco 49ers or the Kansas City Chiefs? Oh, Mama Kelsey's cookies. Oh. Joe. I think that you just love to lick the dough. All of a sudden, Bill Cosby comes in out of nowhere. You gotta lick that dough, Joe. We'll let Cosby out of the mental institution. Get him out of here. Speaking about licking. Thanks, man. Joe Biden was hanging out in an ice cream shop with Seth Meyers, giving us plans for the future. My fellow Americans, I give you my plans for the future. Joe Biden was holding on to his ice cream cone like it was a candle ritual. Joe, you may want to lick that cone. Bill Cosby comes back. You gotta lick that cone, Joe. All right, get the Cosby liquor out of here. Lick it. You know, aside from Kamala Harris at the debates, bashing the heck out of Donald Trump, even Joe Biden was roasting him. My fellow Americans, what is the deal with Donald Trump and crowd sizes? He will compare whether if the crowd is too big or if the crowd is too little. For you Spanish-speaking folks, poquito. Donald Trump does get pissed if the crowd is too little. I don't like how little the crowd is. Donald, those other people are sitting at home, watching you on the TV, smoking the weed, thinking to themselves, I am not as whacked out as this guy is. I really miss Barack Obama. My fellow Americans, why on earth would you want to re-elect a president who acts like a baboon? You might as well take him to a zoo and lock him up in a cage with the other baboons so that children can walk by and be like, Mama, this baboon is crazy. Wah, wah, wah. Hey, Donald, calm yourself down. Do you know that certain people can have the facial features of a specific type of animal? I will say that some people actually thought that Barack Obama kind of looked like Curious George. Yeah.
It's true.
When
I love Curious George.
he's a cute monkey.
I love
Is that one?
Curious. He would like Curious. You do.
Whereas
you do.
Yeah, you do. Whereas Mitch McConnell, he looks like a tortoise. I hope they'll be able to make it to the finish line by negotiating this bill as Congress. Thank you for the clap. I don't think you will. I think you'll be dead. There's this guy on TV who goes by the name of Chuck Todd. He looks like a woodchuck. Wonder if he's been asked, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood. If Chuck Todd ever loses his job behind the desk, would he be building dams with the beavers?
You want to pour it in?
New York City's been looking for a rat czar. Send Charlie Rangold in there. He looks like a rodent. They'll think he's the leader. Come on, fellas. Follow the leader. Oh, my family happens to know of a lady who looks like an anteater. This lady does not need to vacuum her house. She could just dip her nose down and eliminate the cleanup. A former gym teacher of mine, Mr. Bankin, kind of had the facial features of Ernest and Joe Camel. But I never had the thought of riding on Bankin's back, like a camel. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Oh wait, folks, that was Roy Rogers singing Happy Trails on a Stallion. Oh, Resistance Cafe, you all have been terrific. I love you all. We have the other entertainment to get to. Have a wonderful evening tonight.
There's a lot of joy going on there. I hear a lot of people laughing.
Oh, yeah.
He was great. He was good. He was good.
So proud.